Okay, so I was just putting some new wheels and tires on the rear of the 700XX, and I noticed I had not a joint failure, but a boot got ripped. Zoom in there. So this is the rear left outboard joint. So I'll show you on the machine. Let's come out here. This is the part of the machine. So it's this joint, the boot ripped. So basically the protocol for this, because the XX is a very special machine, as I'm sure you've realized if you've owned one, and it likes to be treated as such, and nothing is straightforward unless you know what you're doing, meaning you've done it before. So I've gone through all the headache several times of ripping boots and figuring out how to replace axles and whatnot, so that you don't have to. Hopefully you're watching this before you attempt it. So obviously first we want to take the lug nuts off. I think OEM is 17 mil. I had 14 mil on there because I have some different lug nuts. So you're going to want to pull those off, and then you're going to want to pull off the cotter pin retaining your castle nut. And then you're going to want to pull off the castle nut. This is a 27 millimeter. And then you're going to want to pull, and so that's basically sitting in the center of your knuckle. And then once you have that off, your knuckle will still be attached here and here by these two bolts. And these are 14s on both sides. So you're just going to want to zip them off real quick. And then bang them out or pull them out if you've been keeping up with it. While you're in here, you may as well check out your wheel bearing, see if it turns smoothly or has any play, as well as your bushings up and on the top and the bottom of your knuckle. Replace those if you need to. Mine have a little bit of play, but I'm going to try and get the season out of them. Yeah, you can see I have all this junk deposited here. So then you're going to want to pull off your inboard joint, your inboard boot. And if it's OEM, it will have a clamp like this, which basically it goes onto the boot, and then this sort of hinges back down to tighten it. And then these two little tabs get bent over to lock it in place. It's a pretty slick system, kind of weird. I think this is called an Oetiker clamp. But you don't need special pliers to get rid of it. You just need to a very sharp pick or awl, or a very tiny narrow flat blade screwdriver to get in there. Pry that up. Pull this rubber boot down, and do it on both, and pull the rubber boot down, the inboard, because we need to take off the entire rear axle. And then we are going to expose the inside of the joint, which is in here, as you can see. And so basically there's a ring clip all the way around the outer edge. And you're going to want to get a pick like this. If you want to focus, you can see the shape. And preferably without any crap on it. And basically there's grooves for the balls of the ball bearing to kind of sit in, and you can just barely see the channel that the ring sits in. And you're going to want to go around, it'll take a few attempts, but you'll get lucky eventually, and just hook like this. And eventually, once you get it right, go around all over, try different spots, you'll pull it right out. I'll show you what it looks like. Let's get back to the joint. And that's the only thing retaining the axle inside the inboard joint. And so we're going to want to pull the whole thing off. And this is that ring. Okay. And then you're going to want some of these little, whatchamacallits, snap ring pliers with the little ends like this. And you're going to have a snap ring hidden in all this goop here. You can just kind of see some of the splines through it. Oh yeah, there's the holes. Right there, there are the holes of the snap ring. One of them, at least. The other one's covered by goop. You want to take the snap ring off. Remove this bearing. Remove this inboard joint, or inboard boot. And then now you can take off the clamps for this outboard boot and then slide the outboard boot off this way. To my knowledge, you cannot disassemble the outboard joint. And if this fails, you need to buy a whole new axle. That's my understanding. Someone might know better than me. It is a little tricky the first time you do it. The second time you do it, though, if you remember how to do it or you're watching my video, it will take you no longer than the duration of this video to take it off, replace it, put it back together. And all you want to do is you want to get niche boots. They're decent quality. Actually, I believe both of these are niche boots because I've ripped so many over the years. I know for a fact this one is. They're decent quality. They're like a fourth of the price of OEM, and they fit well, and they come with additional bearing grease. And yeah, so you just want to put it back on, do all these steps in reverse, and you're good to go. Hope this helps.